Pikachu is a pet simulation tech demo, one of the most infamous demos shown that year, being the only one themed after the massively popular Pokemon series. The demo would begin by fading in on a grassy park area, complete with a wooden gate with a sign reading Pokemon Park. The gate would then open, and Pikachu would come running through from the top screen to the bottom screen, greeting the player. The player would then be free to play with Pikachu's cheeks, ears, and tail. Occasionally, a heart would appear from Pikachu and float towards the top of the screen. A small button on the bottom left of the screen would have Pikachu bring up the activities menu. These activities include 3 instruments: the guiro, the guitar, and the xylophone, as well as 4 other activities: balloon, drawing, measure, and pull, with pull being the default activity. The guitar appeared to be an electric guitar, themed after Pikachu. After presenting the whole guitar to the player, the game would zoom in on the pickups and allow the player to freely strum the strings. The bottom right of the screen would display what note/chord had just been strummed. The xylophone was pretty straightforward. The player would be presented with a xylophone that allowed them to individually tap on each key, creating a different sound. Tapping on a key would make the mallet appear briefly, before music notes would appear above the key that was hit. Unfortunately, there is very little footage of the guiro activity, only about 1.5 seconds of video. Based on a very short clip, it seems like the guiro would have functioned very similarly to the xylophone. The player would be free to rub it up and down, while text appeared on the top screen stating, "Play it on the beat," so it's possible this could have been a sort of rhythm minigame. In drawing, a drawing pad would appear, with color selection on the far right of the bottom screen. Pikachu would run to the bottom screen behind the slightly transparent drawing pad, and text would appear on the top screen stating, "Pikachu wants you to draw its picture," before allowing the player to freely draw on the pad, with the goal being to attempt to trace Pikachu. Afterward, the drawing would be handed off to Pikachu for him to react to. In the footage provided by IGN, they traced him rather poorly, so the text read, "Pikachu does not seem to like your picture very much," before changing to, "Pikachu seems happy that you played with it." It can be assumed Pikachu would like the picture more the better he was traced. In the measuring activity, Pikachu would reportedly hand the player a measuring tape before going off into the distance on the top screen. Pikachu would then start fishing in the lake, catching Magikarp and throwing them to the bottom screen for the player to measure by dragging the measuring tape from one end to the other. The bigger the fish, the happier Pikachu was. Only a few seconds of footage can be found of this activity online. Tragically, there is no written or visual documentation on how the balloon activity would have worked. After the player had spent some time with him, Pikachu would eventually hold up a scratch-off ticket and hand it to the player. The player would then use the stylus to scratch off one of 4 circles, revealing an image of one of the 3 Kanto starters in doll form. Afterwards, the ticket would disappear, and the top screen would display the doll you got, with text circling it saying, "Congratulations." As Pikachu waved goodbye on the bottom screen, the demo faded to black.